Welcome back, FUD Nation. I'm Elio Trades, and today we're continuing an introductory course where we're explaining a little bit of nuts and bolts to help you get your head wrapped around setting up your very own cryptocurrency portfolio. Yesterday, we talked about some introductory steps you can take before you begin purchasing crypto, and today we're going to continue that lesson with cap sizes and sectors of the economy discussed. By the end of this video, you'll be exposed to a wide variety of cryptocurrency industries and sectors of the economy, and we're going to make sure that you're aware of projects at different cap sizes spread across those various sectors. Get ready for today's lesson on cap sizes and crypto sectors. I want you to remember that within each sector, the cap size of your investment, of the coins you're investing into, matters. The bigger the cap size, the more people that are investing, the more capital in the pool, and in general, the thinking is that this is a more secure investment. This is the list of how we actually categorize these projects internally. With blue chips, there's only really a couple of them. And then top 10s, some of them aren't even blue chips. Top 20s, of course, that's where you start to get out of this elitist category. Then you get between top 20 and top 50. There are some amazing projects that might become #1 coin soon, and some that might drop into non-existence soon. Of course, after you get past the top 50, you start getting a lot more dicey. And anything below the top 50, below the top 100 starts to be a smaller cap coin. This is not to say that they're bad projects. It's just to say that they are of the riskier cryptocurrency investments, which are already considered quite risky. However, for the sake of simplicity in this presentation, we're just going to be using big caps, mid caps, and low caps so that you get a sense of whether they're big, middle, or low capped projects. The first sector that you just need to be aware of is blockchain platforms. The implications of blockchain platforms are far-reaching. These are the fundamental infrastructure platforms that allow for the whole blockchain revolution. The most famous blockchain platform is, of course, Ethereum, which created the concept of smart contracts and introduced the ICO era. Ethereum shined a light on exactly how powerful these platform plays could be, and especially how much they could grow and blossom into true behemoths of projects. Although we've heard news as recent as today that Ethereum scaling is moving ahead, the truth is, right now, it's not a very scalable platform. There are many players that have entered the platform play game. Most notably is NEO, which was widely called the Ethereum of China. Then we got EOS, which is still about to be rolled out, but already by raising the amount of money it's raised, it's going to be one of the biggest and most impactful projects. In the platform sector, Ethereum, NEO, and EOS are all not only top 10s, but they're all blue chips. Well, actually, technically, NEO slipped into the number 11 slot, but I think that's temporary. I believe NEO will be a top 10 again, and I believe that all three of these coins are actually blue chips, meaning that I do believe that even if the worst crashes, the worst horrible retracements in the market that lead to an apocalyptic crash happen, these projects would survive and would emerge again stronger. This is what we mean by a blue chip, a project that is so strong it can withstand even the worst situations. Another big cap platform is Cardano, which is obviously a top 10. Some mid cap platforms are Lisk and Qtum or Quantum. And of course, we have some lower cap projects that are still phenomenal investments like ARK and Dragon Chain. All of these projects seek to solve a big problem, which is delivering blockchain to the world. These are infrastructure plays, and their value is reinforced by all of the other projects and businesses and services that end up building on top of their core infrastructure. Another top industry that's going to be impacted by blockchain and cryptocurrency in the very near-term future is banking and payments. Now, we know this because of the rapid movement that both Stellar Lumen and Ripple have had over the past few months. Stellar is the backbone of IBM's universal payment system, and IBM has already partnered with huge banks like the Bank of Montreal, so we know for sure that this technology is moving forward and that big banks are going to start using it. Same with Ripple. Ripple is going to happen, Stellar is going to happen, and both of these technologies are rapidly affecting the way banks operate. It's not just for international remittances, though. As recently as a few weeks ago, a big bank called BBVA out of Spain completed a loan offering that would have taken days in a matter of hours. This is unheard of savings and efficiency. For that reason, the banking industry is going to be completely turned on its head. In a less sort of obvious way, there's other projects like OneChain that are trying to become future banks, not banks in our traditional way that we think about them now, but offering services that approximate banking services of the future. And OneChain wants to be a whole platform for this that other people can build on. OmiseGo essentially works in partnership with Ethereum, as well as being the first plasma scaling layer. So OmiseGo is a very cool project which other payment services will then plug into. The point here is that there is a lot happening in the banking and payment services, and there are tons of companies that you need to be aware of as they're impacting the world as we know it right now. The biggest coins are obviously Ripple and Stellar, but after that we have OmiseGo, and then you have OneChain, and a smaller coin would be Request Network. That's about the 100 mark right down there. Regardless, these are all phenomenal projects, and I expect to see big things from them. Next, we got to talk about logistics and supply chain cryptos. Now, of course, if you follow this channel, you know that we are extremely bullish about logistics and supply chain cryptos for a variety of reasons. One is that this is a prime place where there's so much waste, so much inefficiency. It's so hard to track these things, and we have the technology now to fix all this. Moreover, the people who control the supply chain are big companies controlled by small groups of people that can easily and rapidly implement new technology that's going to save them time, energy, and money. That is the name of the game when you're in those big corporate boardrooms. It's all about efficiency, cutting costs, and increasing the yield. That is exactly what logistics and supply chain cryptocurrency technologies seek to do, and for that reason, they're going to bring about a rapid change in this industry. The largest, biggest coin in this industry, without a doubt right now, is VeChain, and they have so much news. We have videos on them. Go watch them. Same with Walton Chain, except Walton Chain is slightly smaller. It's about a third the size of VeChain in market cap, which is why it's a mid cap. And of course, this is a wide industry with new players coming in all the time, and smaller players such as Ambrosis, Origin Trail, ShipChain, and BlockArray are all phenomenal projects as well. Of course, there is a dedicated part of the cryptocurrency community that are ride or dies for privacy coins. Not everyone has a need for privacy coins. A lot of people have zero desire to ever interact with, use a privacy coin, and they couldn't care whether it was US dollars, Monero, Bitcoin, they just want to buy their coffee. However, there are a lot of people, and some of them do engage in illicit behaviors that very much so like privacy coins, and they will continue to use them. And that community might even continue to grow. Now, privacy coins will become a battleground. This is going to be a place where legislators and regulators don't like this, because this is something that they can't touch. They can't control this. However, it's going to be damn near impossible for privacy coins to be stamped out in a decentralized exchange era. For that reason, although this is a battleground, it's a battleground that's most likely not going to go the way of the prohibitors or those trying to create prohibition. For that reason, it's still a very promising industry, and the biggest coins in that industry are Monero and Dash, with Monero being the true sort of the Bitcoin, if you will, of privacy coins. Then you have your mid caps with like Zcash, and your smaller caps like Nav and DeepOnion. And a lot of people really love DeepOnion and bring it up to me a lot. As these things start to grow, the smaller privacy coins tend to reliably grow. So it's not a bad sector to be tracking, and definitely to be sizing up if you're interested in investing in some privacy coins. And there's also artificial intelligence, which is being impacted in a major way by cryptocurrency. And here's why. Two artificial intelligence networks, or machines rather, they can get together and actually exchange goods and services. But to do so, they need to have a medium by which to exchange. They need to have a sort of token system, a credit system. Cryptocurrency is perfect for that, providing computational energy, creating a marketplace where machines can not only provide their AI to the marketplace as services, but also to each other from machine to, or AI to AI services. That requires a cryptocurrency tokenized economy where they can seamlessly transact. They can learn from each other. So one teaching the other might actually be a service. You just have to see the implications of AI and crypto are huge. So that's why cryptocurrencies, which will allow you to invest in these AI technologies, could be completely transformative. And of course, the three that we like the most and that we want to bring up to you are Singularity Net, who created Sophia the robot. All three of those were actually Neo ICOs, which is pretty interesting. Neo's kind of becoming a hub for AI. And of course, we just wanted you to be aware that this is a sector of the economy that's going to blossom to multiple trillions of dollars in the not too distant future, but it's just the not too near future either. So you got to be prepared to wait at least a little bit. And ID verification is just gonna get completely disrupted by blockchain. Proving that you are who you say you are in a much more legitimate way is going to become a requirement, not just for government stuff, but it's gonna be pushed and required by consumers. We live in an era of public safety issues, terrorism, shootings, all these things. Having an ability to track people is gonna be something that the consumers, that the public really pushes for. At least that's what I think. Of all these projects, I'm most bullish on The Key. As they're a big Chinese project, there's like 2 billion people in China. They're serving social security information and medical services and pension payments. The identity verification stretches far beyond just checking your ID at the supermarket when you buy booze. This is huge, and it spills directly over into the medical field, a lot of record keeping, government fields. This is a huge sector, and blockchain really takes it to the next level of protection and authenticity of information, making identity verification a prime target for disruption. We hope you enjoyed this presentation on market caps and sectors that you could be tracking as you start to set up your own cryptocurrency portfolio. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list. This was just meant to help you understand the ways that you can be thinking about and conceiving of your crypto portfolios. There are other sectors like interoperability and video games that are very much so hotbeds of innovation within blockchain. But hopefully this gives you a framework in which you can start imagining and bucketing out your prospective investments in the crypto space. If you enjoyed this, don't be afraid to smash that like button. And of course, if you have any further questions, ask them in the comment section below. Either us or our community members would love to hop in and provide you some good information. My name's Elio Trades, and I do blockchain education videos every day on this channel. So if you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel, hit that bell notification, and you'll be made aware when I put out new content. At any rate, please remember this isn't financial advice, this is just our opinion as investors and enthusiasts in the space. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today on FUD TV, and I'll catch you very soon on the next episode.